Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Victoria and we are currently doing 31 days of Halloween. I've been having so much fun so far. Today I am going to be doing a cupcake inspired look. I actually used to work at a cupcake shop, and when I worked there I was actually inspired to do a cupcake inspired look. So I did, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I never like posted it to Instagram or anything like that. I kind of just like pushed it aside, and now I decided to recreate it as part of the 31 days of Halloween, and I am so excited about it. I am mostly going to be using the Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette. I did do a review on this recently, and I will go ahead and link that here if you want to check it out. But spoiler alert, I absolutely love this palette and I think it's absolutely perfect for the cupcake look that I want to do today. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I have already gone and done my eyebrows. I think for the most part I'm going to keep them just like how I normally do them. So I'm going to start off with the shade Honey Lavender, which is this beautiful pastel lavender shade. And I'm going to start adding that towards the outer corner, going up a little bit into my crease. Now I'm going to take the shade Bubblegum and I'm going to use that for the inner crease. Just blending that up towards my brow and into that Honey Lavender. Okay, now for the far outer corner, I'm going to take the shade Black Cherry, which is this one here. And then lightly blending it to that Honey Lavender. Now taking a little bit more of Honey Lavender and blending into that Black Cherry. I'm also going to use that Honey Lavender to blend the outside of Black Cherry. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a cut crease. Now I did go ahead and set that with some setting powder. Now I'm going to go in with some of these shimmers in the palette, and I'm going to start with the yellow shimmer, which is Lemon, this one here, and I'm going to use that on the first third of that cut crease. Now I'm going to take the shade Birthday Cake, which is this beautiful green shimmer here. I'm going to use that on the middle third of my eye. I'm gonna kind of start to blend that in with that lemon. Okay, now for that last section, I'm going to take the shade Cotton Candy, which is this blue shimmer here. And that one pretty much didn't even really need to be blended into the green. It kind of did that on its own. Now I'm gonna take more of that Black Cherry and then blend it into that Cotton Candy. Now I'm going to take the French Vanilla, which is like this beautiful creamy crystal white, and I'm going to use that on the inner corner. I'm also going to use that shade to highlight the brow bone. Now I'm going to take a black liner and do a wing. Now I'm going to quickly do the other side and my foundation. Okay, so my foundation is done. I did go in with a little bit of bronzer. Now I'm going to finish my eyes with the lower lash line. I did go ahead and leave that Black Cherry underneath my wing, and I'm going to take that into the lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to take the shade Green Tea, which is this beautiful like teal turquoise color. Blending those two into each other. Just going in with a little bit of setting powder. Now I'm going to be using a few products from the new Colourpop Coast to Coral collection. I have not done a review on these yet. It just kind of like hasn't been a super big priority, but if it is something that you want to see, definitely let me know so I can go ahead and get that up. So the first thing I'm going to be using is their cream gel liner from the collection, or one of them, and this one is the shade Bae Breeze. And there's two different ones that come in the collection, which is like a darker coral and then like a lighter coral. I'm gonna use the lighter one, and I'm gonna use that in my waterline. Now the next thing from the Coastal Coral collection I'm going to be using is the blush, and this is the shade Shook to the Coral. To build a little bit more color, because this is kind of a lighter blush on me, I'm going to take the shade Torrid, and it's a NARS blush. Now I'm going to use the same NARS blush on my nose. Again, going in pretty heavy with it. Just want like a very rosy nose. Add whatever's left to chin and my forehead. Now I'm going to use the highlighter that comes in the Coastal Coral collection, and this is the shade Coastin. And I think I actually am gonna bring in the blush a little bit more towards my nose, so we have like that whole like middle blushed section. I'm just taking the Torrid blush. Now I am gonna be using like real edible sprinkles on my face, but I also want to like draw little sprinkles like kind of like as freckles, and for that I'm going to take some white face paint, and I'm using this Mehron, I don't know how to say it, palette. I got mine up at Amazon, and I've been using this a lot. This is a really awesome palette, and I will link it below. And it is water activated, so I'm taking a wet detail brush and just going into that white. Now with a little bit of that white still on my detail brush, I'm going to start going into the other colors here to kind of brighten them up, and then also start applying them to the sprinkles. And so I'm just going in to that orange. And when I'm going into the white with the colors, I am leaving some of like that white showing. Now I'm going to take some blue. Okay, now I'm gonna do green, doing the same thing with a little bit of white on my brush. And I think I am gonna also leave like one or two white ones, and then I'm gonna go in with the red. I'm gonna go in with just red, and then I'm also gonna add a little bit of the white to the red to create more of a pink. I think I'm gonna add two more. I'm gonna fit in two more because I also want to do a yellow. Now I'm gonna do my lashes, and then I'm gonna put on the wig that I'm gonna wear, and then I'm going to do the lips, and we'll figure out the placement of the sprinkles. Okay, the wig is on, my lashes are done, and now I'm gonna do the lips. I feel like because of like the rainbow colors, like you pretty much do any lip color and it's gonna look good. So I'm gonna use this Clarins Paris Velvet Lip Perfector. I got it in one of my BoxyCharms, I think it was like last month or in August, and it's like that powdery formula, which I've absolutely been loving. They're so soft on the lips, and they just feel really good, and they look really good too. And I think this is the shade like raspberry or something. It doesn't actually say it on the tube. It looks pretty good like this. I do want to do something with sprinkles. So I have these little tiny rainbow sprinkles with the little dots, and I have like a little plate of them here. And at first I thought I was gonna do them completely all over my lips, but I think I'm gonna do only like half of my lips, so only on one side. And to get them to stick, I'm gonna use this glitter primer from NYX. I'm just putting some on the back of my hand. Now I'm gonna dip my lips into the plate of sprinkles. Okay, so the lips are done, and I think I want to add like the sprinkles that you see on that we drew in. I want to add real ones of those, and I think I want to do it on the opposite side of where I put these sprinkles, but kind of like on this section here. So I'm going to use that same glitter glue. So these are a little bit easier to maneuver, so I'm literally just grabbing them in my hand. Though it kind of makes it difficult. I did do this in my first cupcake look that I did last year. I didn't have like a wig on or anything, so I was able to kind of push my hair back so it was a little bit more noticeable. And if you do this, make sure you have something to catch all the sprinkles. I do not, so they are literally everywhere. So I'm gonna have a fun time cleaning up all these sprinkles. And the wig and everything that I used today, except for the sprinkles, you can get the sprinkles at like any grocery store. Everything else will be linked in the description. If I had thought about this before, I would have found a way to make one or like purchase one, but I think like a cherry, like one cherry on my head, like a big fake cherry would look so cute. And I wish I had thought of that before, but if you do decide to do this look or do a version of this, maybe that's something you might want to do, because I have a feeling that would look really cute with a little cherry on top. And this is the finished cupcake look. I am super happy with how it turned out. I am happy that I was able to redeem myself from the first cupcake that never made it out there. I probably will post it on Instagram just so you guys can see like a before or like a progress picture. The sprinkles are not super practical, so this is mostly just gonna be for like pictures and to show you guys. These are okay. They're not really like bothering me. I think they'll stay pretty well, but these, I mean, they're on your lips, so you can't really do much talking or eating. I have gotten a little bit of dye on my teeth from the dye of the sprinkles. So like I said, not super practical, but it looks cute. Oh, and I also decided to have a little prop for this look as well. It's an actual little cupcake that I have here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've been having so much fun creating these looks for 31 Days of Halloween. I still have a lot to do, so if you have any ideas or suggestions that you want to throw out in the comments, I am completely open to them. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.